Lions upset. Who had that in a parlay? But seriously, we're going to be going through a ton of bets. I'm going to break down everything I bet for week 1 of the NFL on Sunday. I have a lot of good plays, PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, FanDuel. Let's get into it. Guys, I have bets on a ton of different sports books. FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars, Fliff, Underdog Fantasy, and PrizePicks. We're going to be going through some amazing picks on 6 different sports books, so stick with me. NFL PrizePicks is where we are going to start, and my first pick is Diggs, no touchdown. You want to take his under. I paired this earlier for Thursday Night Football with Sky Moore under 3.5 receptions. Nobody liked that pick. Everyone told me that I was going to lose, but hey, guess what? It cashed. Diggs no touchdown is the side you need to be on. On PrizePicks, they do not change your payout based on you selecting over versus under. But if you look at any sports book, they have Diggs favored to go under half of a touchdown. They all have Diggs favored not to score. So the under is a sharp pick on PrizePicks that I found using the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer, which, by the way, there's a 7-day free trial if you want to try it out. That's where I get most of my sharp picks on PrizePicks from. So let's start out with Underdog Fantasy. I got a ton of picks, and my favorite play of all is Jalen Hurts to not score a touchdown. I know we all love Jalen Hurts, but I'm just following the data. If you look at every sports book, every single sports book, you can see Fliff right here. They have Hurts to not rush for a touchdown as a big favorite, as a minus 160 favorite. So all the sports books, right? All these books with their sophisticated models are telling us Hurts is more likely to go under as opposed to over. As you probably know, the way that Underdog works is they don't change your payout based on you selecting over versus under. If I included Hurts over in this slip, I'd be getting the exact same payout. So obviously I want to take his under on Underdog Fantasy because that's the more likely outcome. So I found this play on the OddsJam Positive EV tool. I'm also on Saquon to not score a touchdown, as well as Raheem to not score a touchdown. So a lot of unders. However, I do have some overs. In a different slip, I have Derrick Henry over 87.5 rushing yards, as well as Dak over 240.5 passing. And you can see a few more of my plays on Underdog Fantasy right here. I got a lot of sharp picks. There's been a lot of value this week, so I won't bore you with going through them all. Next, we can head over to Fliff. Fliff is a sports book. It's available in almost every state in the US. And one of the picks I really like for Sunday is the Commanders -6. Okay, so most sports books actually have the Commanders point spread at 7. Fliff was a little bit asleep at the wheel. You can see they were laying -110 for this play, whereas all the other books were priced more around like -130, -140-ish, so really good value on this play. Investors look for value, traders look for value in the market. It's no different as a sports bettor. I'm always looking for value, and the OddsJam Positive EV tool is constantly scanning the market for all the sports books you use, showing you value, showing you where you can get line discrepancies and really good odds on particular sports books. So Commanders -6 is one of the only point spread bets I'm going to be sharing with you today. I have a lot of player props. So Commanders -6 on Fliff, lock it in. So next I have an arbitrage play. An arbitrage is a risk-free betting strategy. Essentially, it's rare, but out of the millions of odds on sports books, sometimes their models get super out of sync, and you can bet an over on one book and under on another book and lock in a risk-free profit. This is called arbitrage betting, and it's actually how I made my first $40,000 gambling. So there was a crazy arbitrage bet in week 1. You can see Barstool has Kenny Pickett's over 31.5 passing attempts line priced at +105. Caesars is way different. They have this line all the way at -142. So we found a major discrepancy in the market that the OddsJam software is pointing out to us. So I bet 178 on his over at +105 odds on Barstool. That's what they limited me to. And then I also bet 178 on his under at +104 odds on Caesars. And let me show you why this is really cool. Is if he goes over, then my bet on Caesars loses. I'm down $178, but I'm betting 178 on Barstool at +105 odds. So I'm up like, 185, 187, whatever bucks on Barstool, and I make a profit, right? I lose my bet on Caesars, I win my bet on Barstool, but due to this major discrepancy in odds, I make a profit if he goes over. Now, on the other hand, if he goes under, my bet on Barstool loses, but my bet on Caesars wins. right? And once again, I'm making like $8 in profit. So regardless of what happens, if Kenny Pickett goes over or under, it doesn't matter. Either way, I'm making a risk-free profit of $8. And arbitrage can occur between any other sports books, right? Fliff, DraftKings, whatever. So you can see right here, I have some great arbitrage bets and touchdown score markets, stuff like that. A variety of arbitrage plays, made like $50 risk-free. And again, I'm not saying these are insane picks, for this weekend, but regardless, easy money, risk-free money, just found from OddsJam. These sportsbooks can't keep their player prop lines in check. DraftKings has a really cool promo as well. This is called an early win bonus. So essentially the way it works, and it's only a max bet size of $25, but still a lot of value in this promo, is if your team goes up by 10 points, and you bet their money line, then your bet will automatically win, regardless of if that team wins the game. So you want to go with underdogs. I went through the math. You want to go with underdogs for this promo, and it's available for both Monday Night Football as well as Sunday Night Football. So what I took is the Jets for Monday Night Football, and then I took the Texans, who are a pretty big underdog on DraftKings for Sunday. Next, I'm on the Raiders money line, plus 180 on FanDuel, really good value. I'm actually on the Raiders plus 370 in week 2 as well. FanDuel giving way too much value on the Raiders money line, so I locked them in as underdogs in both week 1 as well as week 2. FanDuel also has a really good promo. It's called a no sweat bet, which is basically a risk-free bet for $5, $10, something like that. So you place your first bet on the NFL season once you opt in, and if it loses, they give you a refund in bonus funds. So I went to the positive EV tool, I looked for some value, and what I ended up going with is over 7.5 first quarter points in Bears-Packers. Again, there can be value in any market. I don't care if I'm betting on first quarter totals or money lines. I just want to find value. I want to find an edge. And this promo on FanDuel, definitely a great promo to take advantage of. You lose your first bet of the season, they give you a refund. Right? For sportsbooks, promos are a marketing cost. It's how they entice new sports bettors to be betting on their platform. So this is definitely an easy promo that I recommend taking advantage of on FanDuel. Anything at all you got questions about, just drop them below. I'll be happy to answer. And make sure to sign up for your OddsJam 7-day free trial. It's free. And if you don't like it, within 7 days, you can cancel in one button click, no problem.